Okay.
Now, explain.
Right. Why do we need a ball in guitar class? The answer is you don't. But I found it that some of the kids that have a hard time grabbing the guitar, because it is kind of a strong, you have to have some strong fingers and a great grip to play some guitar. So I have these kids here with the ability to, because when you hold a ball, it's almost kind of like you're holding the guitar, the neck of the guitar, sorry. So if you guys see, like I was explaining earlier, the thumb usually stays in the middle, sometimes high, sometimes low, depending on what you guys are doing. And the fingers are right there, ready to play. Right? So, and it takes some strength, some real strength to play the guitar. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a ball and we're gonna just use it to warm up. We're gonna go ahead and place the ball with the thumb in the back of the ball and our fingers on the front of the ball, like that. Like that. And then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of, and notice how when you have the ball, your fingers are curved. That's how you want your fingers when you put your fingers on the guitar. You want your fingers curved into it, right? So if I take off the ball and I put my fingers on the guitar, this is a horrible example, but it gets the point. I want my fingers to be curved like I'm still holding the ball. Like I'm still holding like an imaginary ball, like that. And what we're gonna wanna do with the ball is now we're just gonna wanna give it a squeeze. Give it a squeeze, but make sure that you're using the thumb to push in and your fingers to push in as well. So, Oliver, we're using our left hand, this other hand, la otra mano. And then we're going to go ahead and put our thumb kind of a little bit as far back, and then like that. And we're gonna squeeze, You got it? You got it? You wanna use this ball? I don't know where the other one is. So kind of, and we're gonna do that with our left hand, because our left hand is gonna be kind of, with our left hand. Alrighty, perfect. Let's see here. Who has the good grip? We'll do Oliver. All right, ready? And now check this out. We're gonna keep your hands there, and we're gonna take it for a guitar, and with the thumb still kind of like there, like that. That's how we kind of want our fingers to be, ready to play. And the fingers are still curved, kind of like you're still holding the ball. That's how you want to have your fingers on the guitar. Kind of like you're holding an imaginary second half of the ball, kind of like that. And so when you have your fingers like that, you're going to be able to play the notes with more clear ease. You guys remember that one?
What's the name of that?
Caterpillar, right? And so the same way, kind of have my thumb there, pushing a little forward. My fingers are pushing back. And it's kind of like holding a ball.
Like a football?
A football would be better. I like a football because a football is a little bit more closer to the guitar. The ball is a little big, but I like your idea of the football. Perfect. So, you guys are done squeezing the ball? Or you can give them back to my dad. Or throw them there. You can just throw. This isn't ball class, this is guitar class. So, and let's just go ahead and review. Did Oliver say the name of the strings?
Yes, he did.
Okay, now it's time for you. Do you remember the name of the strings?
E.
Okay. B. Perfect. G. Yeah. D is the next one.
A.
Okay. And back to
E.
back
Perfect.
to E. Two E's, right? So, with that being said, right, and so there's two. Jimena already knows this, but for you guys that are new to guitar, there's two different ways of reading music, right? Because playing the music is how you talk it, but you also have to be able to read, right? You guys also read, so. The two different ways that we're going to be reading music is, one of them is going to be what we call the guitar chord diagram, or we can just call them chords, right? And so, real quick, do you remember what these lines were, Annalie? Sorry, it seems a little repetitive, but I need to make sure everyone knows of it. Do you remember what these lines were that go up and down like this? They are the strings. And then the line that goes this way, the metal bar that goes this way, You remember what they are? They have a funny name.
Start with F.
They start with F. They're called
Frets.
frets. There we go.
Good job.
So we need the frets to play the guitar because that's what actually makes the sound change on the guitar, right? Now there is a second way that I'm just gonna introduce it to you guys, but it's gonna be a little bit hard. But this one right here is where we have it. Kind of looks more like this, right? Where the lines are gonna be the strings, right? So these strings are also E, A, D, G, B, E. The lines that go this way. Now the numbers is not the number of finger, but it's actually gonna be the number of frets, right? Remember how I told you guys count how many frets there are, right? There's 1, 2, 3. There's just so many. But
There's 19 in mine.
but exactly, right? If you were to see a number 19 on one of these lines, you would have to go all the way to 19, right? So the numbers on this one right here are not your fingers because you only have 4 fingers, you don't have 10, but they are the number fret. But we'll talk a little bit more about that. And this version of reading music is what we call tablature. Can you guys say that? Tablature. Tabs for short. We're just gonna call them. I call them tabs for short.
And what's the other name?
What?
The other
one? And the other one, if you guys if I show you something like this and you guys just call it a chord, that's, you still pass. But the real official name is going to be the guitar chord diagram, or just chord diagram. And you have to say guitar because it could be for any other instrument. For example, if you say ukulele chord diagram, it's going to be a little bit different. They're going to have different chords. You say mandolin chord diagram, well, I don't know if you guys know what a mandolin is, but it's really cool. I want one. So, yeah.